Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Patty, the Dazzling Diva. I'm a part-time reseller on sites such as Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. And what I have for you today is a quick video on what I did to make a $200 bundle sale on Poshmark. Now, this feature is a little bit controversial. Well, not the feature, but the method itself is a little bit controversial, and I'll tell you why I feel that it's controversial. Sometimes you see, like on Reddit or other discussions where and I've seen sellers talk about this as well when they're doing videos where people do not like when Poshmark sellers put something in a bundle and send them an offer or send them a message. That really gets to some people. However, Poshmark itself builds itself as a social platform, because if you look in uh, the profile, it says, hey, send me a message so I can check out your closet, because Poshmark originally, that was what it was marketed as, like people to sell stuff from their closet to other people. Of course, they probably knew that eventually, people who were serious about reselling was going to get into it. But that is the whole feature of Poshmark that kind of set it apart from other places. Like because I do still do welcome new sellers or new poshers. I don't do that quite as much, and I don't spend a lot of time on it. And sometimes I will invite people to my closet. Once again, I don't spend a lot of time on it, but if I have a lot of certain items, then to me it just makes sense to um, invite people who might like that item to my closet. And one girl, she thought that I was marketing, that I was messaging to market to other people that may come to her closet. And it's like, no, I'm inviting you to come and check out my closet. But anyway, so the feature that I use is my shoppers to reach out to people who have liked items. But before I get to that, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this big monstrosity that is at the top of the news feed? And I was watching one of these shows the other day just to see what the heck it is. I don't know. I don't sell a lot of beauty products, but if I did, I might be a little bit annoyed that this is what people see when they're going to their news feed, and it's Poshmark's stuff, so they can market it heavily to everybody, right? So I don't know what they're trying to do there. But anyways, to get to my shoppers, what you'll do is you'll go and you will click on and you see my shoppers there. And then you go to add likes to bundles. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want you to see a whole bunch of usernames or whatever, but you'll go to add likes to bundles. And what I do is I do make sure that I exclude people who, I just don't blindly do it. I make sure to exclude people who because I have Partial VA send out offers automatically to people for 15% off with reduced shipping. So if someone declines an offer, I exclude them, and I exclude people who recently purchased something from me. So what I'll do, so they're not like getting bombarded or whatever. And I do understand like some people getting mad about sellers spamming when they're selling them. Like, I don't do my shoppers, I do it like once or twice a day to new people. I'm not sending everybody that has ever liked my stuff like every 5 days. I don't do that. I'm not spamming people. And one of the things I like about the My Shoppers feature is you can see how many messages there are. So if I see the little message thing that I've already sent them a message, I exclude those people as well. I don't send people another message for the stuff that I do daily. Now, if like come the new year when I'm sending out messages to everybody, then it'll go to everybody. But for this purpose, I exclude people who have purchased from me recently, people who have declined offers, and also people that I've messaged before. So all I did was I click on it and I let people know, because I have a bundle sale option in my store. People may or may not realize that, they may not have come to my store, they might have just seen my item and feed and liked the item. They might not peruse my store. So I send them a message like, hey, I recently sent you an offer. Thank you for visiting my store. Just to let you know, I have this % off bundle offer in my store. All you have to do, because mine is for 2 or more items, all you have to do is add another item and you will automatically see the discount. So I do that. So I did that last month, and the woman came back, and I do add up to 5 pounds in my message, just so people know, because you do have to pay, the seller is going to have to pay extra over that 5 pounds. So I try to get people to be mindful when they're making the bundles, what they're putting in there. So this woman came and she did some serious shopping. She had 2 bundles. So she bought a whole bunch of stuff one day, and then she came back the next day and bought some more stuff. So each one of them were like about $100 or over. One was about $100, one was a little bit over $100. Now I did have it heavily discounted, but this was all stuff that I had been trying to get rid of, stuff that I was going to be bundling, like possibly bundling together to get it to sell. So I was really excited about this. So this feature can be, if you're having sales or if anything's going on with your store. They also have the feature where you can not just do likers, but you can send something out to past buyers. You send something to people who've already done a bundle. And this one right here, shoppers who've engaged in your closet. I haven't used that one. I do more for people who've liked items, because they, those are people who are, I know are interested in something in my store. So it's not like going to be a shock to them for me to reach, or it shouldn't be a shock to them for me to reach out to them. Whereas just shoppers who are just casually, I may do this maybe once or twice a year, just let people know if I'm having like a big, beginning of the year sale, end of the year sale, clearance sale, stuff like that. But I'm not going to use this one too often. So that is what I did to make that sale. And I have had some other people, use the bundle option as well. Not as big as that one, not as many people. Now, it doesn't, I'm not going to say that the success rate of it is like when you're just using it just for like the bundle feature, whatever, if you're not having like because I don't have like massive amounts off of my closet. But, it only takes a couple of seconds, really easy to do, and I'm in my shop anyways, so like why not? So if you are getting any sales on Poshmark, that's something that you may want to look into, sending them out, messages or whatever. At this point, with Poshmark being what it is, just try something different, try something new. So I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, if you learned anything, hit the thumbs up. Help me grow this channel. I'm doing Vlogmas. Oh, I didn't even say this is a Vlogmas 9. So we're doing Vlogmas every day. So it's going to be 25 episodes. I do have a playlist for that, as well as a playlist for, what sold, ship with me, mystery unboxings. Plus, if you're interested in stuff like that, make sure to check out my playlist. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.